Guys, you already know this is Eldest Born, a Three Brothers podcast, and we are doing a follow-up to our previous Magic the Gathering unboxing video where we featured the newest Spider-Man set. We opened up a bunch of products from that set, most notably the collector booster box as well as a scene box, but today we are shifting our focus to the latest Spider-Man Secret Lair drop. Now, there are 6 Secret Lairs that came out in this drop. The first one is called Spider-Man Daily Bugle Breaking News. Then there's Spider-Man Heroic Deeds, Villainous Plots, Spider-Man Mana Symbiote, Venom Unleashed in Colors, and Spider-Man Venom Unleashed in inks. Now, I'm really excited to open up these Secret Lairs and put a number of these cards in my decks. But first, I want to show you a few other things. On my right, you can see 2 action figures. Now, in my previous video, I had displayed the first 2 Marvel Legends series action figures that are a collaboration with this Spider-Man set. Those 2 were Agent Anti-Venom and the Iron Spider featuring Mary Jane. And like I promised, I have the other 2 action figures. On your right is the Spectacular Spider-Man variant card and action figure, where Peter Parker is beat up and his spider suit is torn to shreds, which is very common in the comic books. And on your left is the Colonel John Jameson Man-Wolf card, which is a reskin of the Huntmaster of the Fells Magic the Gathering card. So that's really cool. And both these variant art cards are only available when you buy these action figures. So if you're looking to collect every card in the set, you have to get your hands on these. Although the Man-Wolf card is not technically part of the set, it's actually a special promo exclusive to the Marvel Legends action figure line. Now, as you can see on my left, I have 3 3D printed Spider-Man deck boxes. Now, I recently purchased these off of Etsy, and 2 of them contain my nearly completed Spider-Man decks. Each one of these deck boxes opens up, as you can see, with magnets to reveal the tray that holds the cards, as well as a small tray for dice. And it slides back up into the head and just magnetizes there. The Venom and the Anti-Venom also lift up as well, revealing cards and a dice tray. Something very cool about the Anti-Venom deck box, though, is that the eyes and inside the mouth glow in the dark. It's really cool. I actually do have plans to build a mono-white commander deck featuring Anti-Venom, or more specifically, the Agent Anti-Venom variant card that we opened up in our last video, the one that came out of the action figure line. But that deck would also include some of my favorite cards, such as Phyrexian Vindicator and Pariah, as well as the new With Great Power card from the Spider-Man set. So I'm looking forward to building that sometime in the future, but I'm not in a rush, so we'll see when I get around to it. Now, before we jump into our unboxing segment, I just wanted to take a few minutes to focus on something a little different today. You might notice these 2 video games I have next to me. We are no strangers to video games on the podcast. I often talk about them when I'm reviewing indie games in other videos or doing my co-op game segments with my friends. But as you can see, I have 2 of the newest Spider-Man games that came out for PS4, both Spider-Man and Miles Morales. And everyone's probably familiar with the PS5 game Spider-Man 2, but I wanted to shine a spotlight on a game that I grew up playing when I was a kid for the PS2 called Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, as you can see, I have the limited edition version of the game here, and evidently my copy is a little beat up, but I think it's so cool. It comes with a foil slipcover featuring Venom on the front and Spider-Man on the back. And then when you remove the slipcover, the case is also foil, and I have it complete with the manual and everything. And inside the manual is actually a comic book. I don't know if you could see the pages there. But anyway, I think it's so cool. This is one of my favorite Spider-Man games of all time. It features an iconic comic book art style throughout the entire game, but that kind of leads me into why I bring this up today. I recently stumbled across a 4K up-resing of the original 2005 Ultimate Spider-Man trailer. So let's take a look at that real quick for the sake of nostalgia. So I want to pause the trailer real quick just to point something out. Many of you are probably familiar with the Amazing Spider-Man movies featuring Andrew Garfield. And what most people don't realize is that those movies, although entitled Amazing Spider-Man, are actually based off of the character designs from the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. So in this trailer, we saw a version of Electro, which heavily resembles the blue version of Electro that Jamie Foxx plays in Spider-Man 2. And then we see a robotic version of Rhino, which also resembles the version of Rhino we see at the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I just thought that was really cool to point out. Additionally, you guys might have seen the Ultimate Green Goblin card from the new Spider-Man set. Well, that is a direct reference to the Ultimate Spider-Man comics and is also one of the villains that you fight against in this game. But let's continue the trailer. Now, as you can see, Spider-Man 2 was not the first game to allow you to play as Venom. Ultimate Spider-Man was doing it years before, and for most of the game, I might add, not just a small story section, you get to play as the Lethal Protector for at least half the game, which I think is so cool. Now, the reason I brought this game up in the first place is because I really wish that we could see more of these comic book style graphics in modern video games. And that being said, I stumbled upon a video that someone made on YouTube where they used the Spider-Man 2 framework and modded it to recreate the Ultimate Spider-Man video game on PS5. Now, I didn't watch the whole video because I wanted to react to it live here, but it seems to me as though they recreated the initial cutscene to the game as well as the initial gameplay. So I just want to take a quick look at that video because I think it's really cool.
This is how it all began. Which, of course, leads to nonsense like this. A few months ago, I reunited with my childhood friend Eddie Brock. Eddie's dad and my dad worked together before they died. They worked on this suit that they thought would be the cure to cancer. But then, my dad signed the wrong paper for the wrong person. They had taken the suit away from Dad, and I was going to take it back. I thought, I knew I could finish what he started.
Oh my gosh, the gameplay looks incredible. 4K graphics, so crisp. I love how they recreated the cityscape
this suit,
exactly
this
from the game.
biosuit thingy or whatever it is. Oh my God, it's amazing. My dad was a genius, a genius. I knew it, I knew he was. And in this suit, it's like I can feel him. It's hard to explain, but I really feel like he's with me. I know I should be home testing this against my dad's notes, but I feel too good. I feel like $1 million. Every time I turn around, there's some greedy piece of garbage looking to turn something of value into a twisted nightmare, preying on guys like my dad. Someone tries to do something worthwhile. Someone tries to make the world a better place than they found it, and what happens every time? I felt good. Great. More than myself. It didn't last. What's happening to me? Get this off of me! I don't know what the suit had become or what it had done to me, But I have super spider powers and I couldn't control it, so I don't think anyone could ever hope to. But when Eddie found out what I had done, who I really was, well, he was pretty angry.
Our fathers died to create me, and now you will too.
This is how it all began.
So it looks like they're going into a side-by-side comparison of the art style from the original game to the mod, but I think I'm going to skip that for now. Anyway, I just thought that was really cool and I wanted to show you guys. I really wish that they would make new video games in that same comic book art style, or maybe even make an official mod for Spider-Man so you could play the entire Spider-Man 2 game in that art style. It would be incredible. But without further ado, let's jump into our unboxing of these 6 Spider-Man Secret Lair drops. I know there are a few chase bonus cards that we could pull from these, and interestingly enough, I found out recently that each one of the bonus cards has a colored and an inked or black and white variant of itself, and there's also a super rare black and white version of each that's worth a lot of money. I don't know if we have any chances of pulling one of those, but we'll see. And after we're done opening these, I want to do a quick run through of my 2 Spider-Man decks, just to show you guys the cards that I featured in each deck. Of course, I have the Heroes deck featuring Spider-Man and all the other Spider versions, and I have the Symbiotes and Villains deck focusing on Venom, but also featuring other villains in Spider-Man's Rogue Gallery. So that's going to be really cool. I hope you guys will enjoy that. So let's jump right into it. Alright guys, we are starting off strong with our first Secret Lair, Spider-Man Daily Bugle Breaking News, Rainbow Foil Edition. I really like the packaging on these new Secret Lair drops. They've decided to put strips of artwork from the cards, which they've never done before. I just think it's really cool. It's a good look as they are like kind of slimming down the Secret Lairs into these envelopes. I don't know if you guys remember in the past they used to be in boxes. I expect photos from you, Parker. Great photos, or else. J. Jonah Jameson. Alright. Thanks for being part of Secret Lair. They're all going to say that. So, I'm not going to read that every single time. Fact or fiction? Spidey good for the city? Question mark. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put one pile into your hand and the other into the graveyard. Frantic search. Spider-Man lead suspect in jewelry heist. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Untap up to 3 lands. Scheming symmetry. Can New York handle 2 masked menaces? Choose 2 target players. Each of them searches their library for a card, then shuffles and puts that card on top. Blasphemous Act. Daily Bugle under attack. Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. You see the Green Goblin in the background? Impact Tremors, Spider-Man, Rhino Strikes City. Whenever a creature you control enters, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. And we have our bonus card, Harmonize, with Spider-Punk, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir, and Spider-Ham all playing in a band. Very nice. I really like this Secret Lair a lot because of, obviously, the art style with the newspaper covers, but I think this particular image is really cool, and I love the Scheming Symmetry reprint with both Miles and Peter Parker. Really cool. But yeah. Nice. Alright, next one's up, guys. Now we have the Secret Lair Spider-Man Heroic Deeds Rainbow Foil Edition. Now, I believe this one is going to be mostly like artifacts that go along with the superhero theme. You've got the costume, you've got the power, you're Spider-Man. Act like it. Let's see. Alright, Alright, first up we have Ephemerate. Exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Rebound. 3 visits. Search your library for a forest card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Then we got Lightning Greaves with Miles Morales' sneakers, which was a big deal in the Into the Spiderverse movie. Very cool. Equip creature has haste and shroud. Equip 0. We got a Soul Ring with the Spider-Man utility belt. Add 2 colorless mana. Beautiful copy of Soul Ring. Love it. Command Tower. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. And another Harmonize as the bonus card. Very cool. I'm surprised those bonus cards don't come in foil. Alright, now we have Spider-Man Villainous Plots with Black Cat on the front. I think I'm opening this wrong. Hate it whenever they say Plan B. That's supervillain code for blow everything up. Deadly Dispute. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. And obviously Black Cat took out Vulture. Very nice. Go for the Throat. Destroy target non-artifact creature. That's a gorgeous artwork of the lizard. Lightning Greaves. Another copy of Lightning Greaves. Equip creature has haste and shroud. Equip 0. I like the Electro boots. Very cool. Soul Ring. Add 2 colorless mana. And I think this is the reactor that Doc Ock was working on in the end of Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. Probably the best Spider-Man movie ever made, in my opinion. Command Tower Oscorp. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. And we got the Green Goblin on that tower. And then we have Brainstorm as our bonus card. Nice. I like this copy of Brainstorm. Really cool. I like the colors. Alright, next up we have the Spider-Man Venom Unleashed colors. And this one's actually non-foil because I couldn't get it in foil during the sale. We are Venom, we know the evil that men do. Alright, we have Damnation. Destroy all creatures, they can't be regenerated. Gorgeous artwork. Dark Ritual. Add 3 black mana. Peer into the Abyss. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life, round up each time. Surgical Extraction, one of my favorite cards. Choose target card in a graveyard other than a basic land card. Search its owner's graveyard, hand, and library for all number of cards with the same name as the card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. Tendrils of Agony. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Storm. I like this artwork too. And another Harmonize as the bonus card. Damn. Alright, now we have the foil edition of the Venom Unleashed inks, which is just black and white. So let's see what we got. It's going to be the same cards with no color. We are Venom, we know the evil that men do. They couldn't even give us another quote. These are nice. Ooh, and we got a Fatal Push as our bonus card. Nice, something different. Still no Chase bonus cards, the special ones, but we'll see if this last one does us any better. Spider-Man Mana Symbiote, Raised Foil Edition. So these are unique lands specific to Venom. I am strife, I am glorious war. Wherever I go, the battle shall follow. Like a shadow you cast over all those you hold dear and close. Venom. Oh, okay, and these are in a plastic sleeve. Interesting. Maybe it has something to do with the foiling. These are gorgeous. Alright, so we have plains, another plains, island, swamp, mountain, forest, and a fatal push as our bonus card. I think I like the swamp the best, but I also really like the forest. That's so cool. And did you guys notice that fatal push has Spider-Man over here, and obviously Gwen Stacy about to die? Very nice, very nice. All right, so these are all of our secret lairs from the drop. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these, and let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. I personally really liked the Daily Bugle ones and the lands, but the Venom Unleashed did have a lot of reprints of cards that I use in other decks, so I did like the card selection of that secret lair. But anyway, let me know in the comments which one was your favorite, and let's move on to my Spider-Man decks that I made specifically for this set. Alright, so first up we have the Spider-Man deck box. As you can see it up close, really great detail on this print. And we slide out the tray. And for the sleeves, I usually go with Dragon Shield sleeves. For this deck, I chose the Constellation Alaria sleeves because they kind of looked like a superhero, not gonna lie. So that was my choice for this. And then I have matching ones for the Venom deck that you'll see in a second. Got a couple of Spider-Man die in there. And then let's get into the deck list. So the commander is Cosmic Spider-Man, 5 colors, and then we're going Arachna, Arana, Blex, Vexing Pest for support, Ghost Spider. We got another Ghost Spider. This is not the printing I want of this. This is like the modal double face Gwen Stacy card, and I'm waiting to get the full art printing, so we'll see what happens. Iron Spider Stark Upgrade, Komodo of the West Tree for support for modified creatures, Madam Web, Master Weaver for tokens, Ultimate Spider-Man, this is the Miles Morales double face card, Amazing Spider-Man, this is the Peter Parker double face card, Radioactive Spider, Realm Walker for shapeshifting and for support to get all our spiders for our win condition. Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, Kane, Sensational Spider-Man, Shelob, Child of Ungoliant from the Lord of the Rings set. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward. Silk Weaver, Spider piloted by Penny, Spectacular Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, Web Warrior, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man India, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Spider-Man Noir, Spider-Punk, Spider-Woman, Spinneret and Spiderling, Spinner of Souls, Superior Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man, Twisted Spider-Clone, Twitching Doll, and Web Warriors. So that's it for the creatures. As you can see, the non-Spider-Man cards that I put in the deck are for support for spider archetypes. So anything that buffs spiders is going to have to go in this deck because it is a spider tribal deck after all. Alright, Reanimate Scheming Symmetry from the new Secret Lair we just opened. Swarmyard Massacre, 3 Visits, Arachnogenesis, Collected Company, Heroic Intervention, Path to Exile, Reprieve, Spider Sense, Tangle, Thrill of Possibility, Valakut Awakening, the new Soul Ring we just opened, Amazing Alliance, Descendants Path, Epic Struggle as our alternate win condition, and this is what the tokens are going to help us to achieve. Flowering of the White Tree from the Lord of the Rings, Imposter Syndrome, Origin of Spider-Man, Parallel Lives, Spiderverse, The Clone Saga, The Death of Gwen Stacy, Wall Crawl, Web of Life and Destiny. And that's it for our non-land, non-creature spells. And I am missing just a couple of cards, and some of the printings that I own are not the ones that I would prefer, but we will get those eventually, hopefully. We'll see what happens. And here's for the land base. Ancient Ziggurat, Bountiful Promenade, Cavern of Souls, City of Brass, Command Tower that we just opened, Daily Bugle Building, Exotic Orchard, Forest, Gemstone Mine, Horizon of Progress, Island, Mana Confluence, Misty Rainforest, Mountain, Multiversal Passage, Mutavault, Plains, Plaza of Heroes, Rejuvenating Springs, Secluded Courtyard, Shinka the Blood-Soaked Keep, Spara's Headquarters, Spectator Seating, Stomping Ground, Swamp, Swarmyard, Temple Garden, Three Tree City, Unclaimed Territory, Urban Retreat, Windswept Heath, Zyorta's Proving Ground. So that's the land base. I think I'm missing like one card from that, but besides, I think it's just like a fetch land. But besides that, that's pretty much complete. Mostly, you know, trying to get all the colors in the 5-color deck and supporting the creature count with the Mutavault. So, all right. Next up, we have the Venom deck box. Look at the detail on this bad boy. I'm really happy with the way these 3D prints came out. Very cool. So something I noticed about this deck box is it doesn't have a dice tray. I don't know why, but I have these Dragon Shield sleeves, and these are the Constellation Alaric sleeves, and they look like a super villain compared to the other ones. So I really wanted this like superhero, super villain theme, even in the sleeves. My chosen commander for this deck is Omnith, Locus of All. I wanted a 5-color commander that kind of fit the theme of like symbiotes, so I picked this guy, but it could be subject to change depending on what Wizards of the Coast prints in terms of Marvel cards later. If we get another Venom card that's 5 colors, then I'll probably switch it over. So we have Agent Venom, Black Cat, Carnage, Crimson Chaos, Defiler of Flesh. There's supposed to be another card here. I'm trying to think of what it is. I think it's Chameleon. I'm waiting for like a full art Chameleon card from the set. Doc Ock, Evil Inventor. Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist. Dr. Octopus, Master Planner. Venom, Lethal Protector, which has the Eddie Brock on the back. Electro, Green Goblin Nemesis. Gwenum, Remorseless. Hydro-Man, Craven the Hunter, Blizzard, Connor's Curse, Mr. Negative, Mysterio, Master of Illusion, Green Goblin, which has Norman Osborn on the back, Opposition Agent featuring Agent Venom, Phyrexian Metamorph, Post, Son of Rich. This is the Post Malone skin for Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth. Just wanted Post Malone in this deck to reduce mana cost, but also, doesn't this artwork kind of look like he's a symbiote? So funny. Prowler, Clawed Thief, Prowler, Misguided Mentor, Sandman, Scorpion, Shocker, The Spot, Living Portal, Tombstone, Venom, Deadly Devourer, Venom, Eddie Brock, Vulture, Scheming Scavenger. So that's it for the creatures. I think we're only missing one creature in that list, although this deck is the one missing the most cards out of the 2. Alright, so now we have our non-creature, non-lands. Behold the Sinister Six, Blasphemous Act from the Secret Lair, Damnation from the Secret Lair, Demonic Tutor. I got this one on sale because it has a little scratch on it. Feed the Swarm, Hex. I love this artwork with the Sinister Six on it. Lethal Protector, Relentless Assault, Villainous Wrath, Beast Within, Comeuppance, Counterspell, Dark Ritual from the Secret Lair, Deadly Dispute from the Secret Lair, Fell the Profane, Go for the Throat, Secret Lair, Hunter's Insight, Infernal Grasp, Savage Beating, Saw in Half, Terminate. Finally, Carnage gets a good card in this set. I mean, in terms of artwork, it's really gorgeous. The Spot's Portal, Valakut Awakening, Doc Ock's Tentacles, Lightning Greaves, Rocket-Powered Goblin Glider, Soul Ring, Alien Symbiosis, Impact Tremors, Maximum Carnage, and now we're getting into our lands. And the lands, I am missing a bunch of lands, so this is going to be pretty sparse. But it's kind of similar to the other deck where I'm trying to focus on 5 colors, leaning more towards Grixis colors, so blue, red, and black. Ancient Ziggurat, Command Tower, Secret Lair, Forbidden Orchard, we got the 2 Venom Forests, Gemstone Mine, the 2 Venom Islands from the Secret Lair, Meteor Crater, 2 Mountains, Oscorp Industries, the 2 Secret Lair Plains, Secluded Courtyard, Shinzo Death Storehouse, Steam Vents, the 2 Swamps from the Secret Lair, Training Center, Unclaimed Territory, Undergrowth Stadium, and Xander's Lounge. I'm missing so many cards. You can see how thin the stack of lands is, but we'll get there eventually. This deck's almost complete. I just gotta save up a little moolah until I can finish it. And then I'll give you guys a close-up look at the Anti-Venom deck box. You can kind of tell that this glows in the dark, like I was mentioning. And then I have a few cards in here that are... I got the bundle dice that I opened up in the last episode. And then I have a few cards in here waiting. So we have Anti-Venom Horrifying Healer as the commander, Pariah, Fateful Absence, Vanquish the Horde, Planar Cleansing, Terminus, and Celestial Convergence. Now none of these cards are actually guaranteed to be in the deck except for Anti-Venom and Pariah, but we'll see what happens. And lastly, I just wanted to give a close-up look at these Marvel Legends action figures with the cards in there. Really cool, spectacular Spider-Man promo. And the action figure has a bunch of different features like hands, webs, a Peter Parker face. It's really cool. And then the last one is the Colonel John Jameson Wolfman. I'm not going to open any of these. I'm going to try to keep them sealed for now. So just wanted to give you a close-up look. It comes with a bow, a sword, different hands. Very cool. So guys, thank you all for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing. I hope my Spider-Man deck lists have given you inspiration to build your own Spider-Man deck and to see what cards might work well in those decks. I hope you guys have been enjoying this Magic the Gathering content I've been putting out. I've been trying to do at least 1 or 2 videos for every Universes Beyond collaboration that they do. The next one is going to be Avatar: The Last Airbender, which I'm super excited for. I'm hoping to get at least 2 videos out of that one, and we'll see if we throw a giveaway into one of those videos, because I did already pre-order some of the products in that set, but we'll see. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and please follow at 3brothers_podcast on all platforms. I'd really appreciate the support. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next one.